All right, here we go.
All right. We're into the last segment.
Time for our favorite segment, Rants and Raves. And I actually saw a line filled in by Greg Mills. Holy cow. Holy cow. So because of that, we're going to start with the always happy Greg Mills.
Always happy, but bringing a rant today.
What's your rant, my friend?
Well, I don't want it to sound like some sort of cultural bandwagon when I say Comcast customer service.
Do we not have any appropriate sounds for that?
I got nothing. Let's try this one. 'Cause you had a bad day. You take everyone down. You sing a sad song just to try it. What's going on with Comcast?
All right. Well, I've been a customer for many, many years. And that has included television, internet. At one point, the old triple play that they're so excited about. That
you just give them all your money, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, at any rate, I try not to. In fact, I no longer and have not for some time had their television service because it just didn't work for me for where my money was going. So I got out of that. So I've just internet.
Okay. The interwebs.
Right.
You're connected through Comcast.
Yeah. I am connected because I want fast internet, and it's really the only place to go that's available to me to get the kind of speed that I want in my house. So that's why I have it. We had this big power outage recently in this city that I live in, and it knocked out all of the internet services as well. It was a gigantic storm, and during that time, I had to communicate with the Comcast customer service people. In doing so, they decided, because I said I hadn't had internet for like 10 days or something like that. I was letting them know that I still didn't have it because I was coming up on their app as the fact that I did have it. Well, What they did was they sent me a new modem, and I said my modem works, but it has been a while since I've updated that. So they sent me another one because I lease it from them. Okay, so this thing arrives. I know I'm in for a good couple of hours.
We could have sent Matt up. Why don't you tell us?
No, it's not complicated to set it up. It's
gotcha.
in. There's nothing complicated about plugging all the stuff in. I totally get it. The complicated part comes when it never works and you're stuck in the phase of having it set up through their internet portal. It all worked, the lights came on and all that kind of stuff works, but there's always something crazy about it. And then it came back on, and my speeds went from 100 down to 25.
Wow.
After you got them up to 100, right?
After I finally got the thing up and going, and I had to redo it, and I was doing it myself online because I've done it enough times. But finally, I had to call and just say, okay, I don't get it. I'm doing a speed test here. I'm still paying as much as I'm paying, and all of a sudden I went from 100 to 25. That's not good. And I'm on the phone for no fewer than probably 45 minutes communicating with 3 different people about this whole thing. And it always comes down to something where your contract ran out, but they never actually stop the service that they're giving you until something like this goes down. And then all of a sudden they tell you that your contract ran out and that now you have to pay more money for the same thing. And I find out that my contract is not correct and it doesn't match what's on the website. And we wind up just going around and around and around. And then it all comes full circle around to the point where what they're going to do is they're just going to offer you some other deal that's available to them.
Because if they add TV, it's cheaper,
the Comcast
right?
customer service model makes me crazy because it's all built around somehow in the end making you feel as if you got another deal instead of just literally
making that permanent
to begin with.
Right. Making that deal permanent. You're going to give it to us. Why not make it permanent? That's what I say.
Well, that and if you've got a better deal that comes up and you guys are changing, and Comcast is changing, in big ways with what they're offering for television, what they're charging it for, and all that kind of stuff. Their services, because they don't have nearly as many subscribers as they once did. But why don't you get a hold of me as a valued customer and let me know that I should be on that, rather than just sort of allowing me to drift behind the boat for as long as I possibly will until finally something happens, and then we have to have a 45-minute conversation. I just don't like the way they do their customer service. It's the model. It's not that they're jerks,
bad people
particularly, but they just drive me crazy.
All right.
There's my rant.
Boom. He's off his box. Matt.
I got a twofer.
Gets on his box. What is that? What is wrong with you?
That's what happens when I plan ahead.
Stop having these twofers.
They're short. It's a short twofer.
Oh, gosh. Here we
Mine
go.
was lengthy. My apologies. But I was not happy.
It's okay. It was your first rant ever of the podcast, so you can take however long you want. Now we're on Matt.
My first one is to provide some closure to the OneNote fiasco that we brought to you a few weeks ago.
I love OneDrive. You can't even say the name right.
What did I say?
You said OneNote.
Oh,
OneNote.
I meant OneDrive.
We know what you meant.
OneDrive. Microsoft is allowing some of the current users. No, Microsoft is allowing current users who are on the free plan to get their 15 gigs for free back, but they have to go through some hoops, and then they get the 15 back. But new customers still don't get the 15 gigs. New customers still get the 5. So,
oh my gosh,
they're backstepping a little bit because they realize everyone hates them. And my second rant is precisely what's wrong with the mobile payment industry. Walmart is rolling out Walmart.
No, Walmart Pay.
Oh boy.
Walmart Pay.
I don't get it. I don't understand why. And I think that's exactly the opposite direction that the mobile payment industry needs to go in. But whatever, that's just one.
What direction do you think by Walmart getting in? What direction do you think the mobile pay industry is going?
It's fragmenting, and that every store is going to have their own, and then there will
proprietary.
Exactly.
And you have to have a different way of doing it for each one of them. It's terrible.
Yeah, I don't want to have to open a different app every time I walk into a different store. Why can't I just use one app? And I think...
What if you're going to open the app anyways to get discounts?
I don't. Why should I have to?
I'm just saying, if they make it incentives and you walk into Macy's and they have all their coupons on their app, well, it makes sense to stay in that app to pay at Macy's. Does it not?
Safeway does that, but they haven't gone to the app place.
They haven't gotten to the pay or app place. Yeah, so I'm saying, if you have to open the app for the discounts, well, it makes sense to stay in the app to pay.
And that makes sense if I do that, but I don't do that.
The world does not revolve around you.
Well,
there are millions of people that make up this great nation.
And that's fine, but I'm saying in my world that will never make sense. And I think MarketWatch said it best when they said Walmart gives customers almost zero reason to use Walmart Pay because they don't. You look at Starbucks. Starbucks makes sense because for the rewards. Is Walmart going to start offering rewards?
I'm not defending Walmart because I don't like Walmart 1% of my bone in my body. So I think you're absolutely right in the sense that Walmart will be awful at this and will kind of derail the whole mobile payment system as it's not really caught on yet. And I think Walmart will botch it and push us back even more.
And it will push a lot of people off of mobile payment, I think.
Right.
Well, we appear to be in what is akin to the round of 64 in the NCAA tournament.
Right. We'll get to the final.
Everybody trying to grab a piece of this and be the one so that they can be the big deal. And Apple came out advertising it early.
They came out swinging. But it didn't catch up.
It's crazy.
It's funny. Apple usually, when they create something, usually catches on, and I don't feel that Apple Pay has quite caught on the way they hope to. And I don't think it's dying. I just don't think it caught on as fast as they hoped that it would. And I'm all for moving towards this mobile payment system. I always have my smartphone and things like that, so it'll be interesting to see where it goes. But I was just shocked that Apple didn't kind of bring more people under the umbrella to make it this really big rollout.
And I think Apple Pay is different because it requires two parties, right? It requires a user with the phone to actually want it, and it requires the store to actually invest in being able to accept it. But it's happening. It's growing. It's not shrinking. So I'm interested to see where we are in a year.
Yeah, I am too. But that's going to be another big discussion for us, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you two Debbie Downers of the show, I got a rave.
Okay, go.
I'm bringing up the show. You know what my rave is about?
Bring it.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
The other night, I got home from directing a basketball game, And I drove down my road. It was like 11 o'clock at night. And all these homes started putting up Christmas lights. It's my favorite time of year. You can stroll down your road and boom, every house, lights are up except for one. Bah humbug that house, if you're listening. Put some damn lights on for the kids. But that's my rave. Very excited for this Christmas time, all the lights. There was white stuff on the ground the other day. It was pretty.
So what was your rave? Christmas lights or Christmas?
Christmas lights, the Christmas time, the Christmas general, whatever. It's December, snow's out, Christmas lights are out. It's a beautiful time. That's my rave. I love it. Love it.